Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Read and Reread. I am Angelia, and today I am doing the song tag. This is such a fun tag. It has been going around heavily the last few weeks, and I've really enjoyed watching everyone else's videos and going down some memory lanes in their playlists. And I was kindly tagged by Priscilla at Evening Reader. So thank you, Priscilla, for both entertaining and tormenting me with this tag because it's all I can think about the past few days. I keep changing my mind and reshuffling my answers. This tag was created by Gareth at Books, Songs, and Other Magic, and I will include links to Gareth's channel and Priscilla's channel in the notes below. All right, let's move on with these questions because these are so fun. And I'm going to throw in the same disclaimer that almost everybody else did, that I finally am just settling on today's answers because otherwise this could be a 90-minute documentary on the history of all the music I loved over the years, but nobody wants to hear that. So this is a snapshot of my answers as I feel today. All right, let's do them. And these are almost entirely not about books. This is a non-bookish tag, which also is very fun. There's like one book question kind of at the end. Name a song that always makes you happy. Oh my gosh, I dithered and dithered about this because there are so many songs of this category, but I never dithered on number one. It was the backup answers. It doesn't say to put backup answers, but I have to cheat or it's not me doing a tag. But my number one answer is Groove is in the Heart by Deee-Lite. And there's a story. One night back in the spring of 1991, I went to a party, and at the party, I met a boy, and we talked about Flannery O'Connor, and then we danced to this song, and an epic love story began. So I still love this song. It's just a great song. It has a great video. I'm going to put it down below. And so that is my number one answer now and forever is Grooves in the Heart. And then for backup answers, I have about 95 different ones. So have a seat. No, I'm just kidding. I'm only going to put a couple. And here's what I decided was my ultimate litmus test for the happy songs is if when this song came on in public in a store, back when my daughter was a teenager, if the minute the song came on, she was mortified and just like, oh no, then that's got to be one of my happy songs because these are the ones that if they come on, I'm like, woo, yeah, woo. So they are anything by the B-52s. And I also am going to put in It's Tricky by Run DMC. Really anything by Run DMC, but that one especially, and also because the video has Penn and Teller in it. So I'm just going to put all that there for you to enjoy. We probably should mention also Nasty by Janet Jackson. That's also a highly embarrassing song to come on in public with me. All right, so there are some happy tunes. All right, the next question goes to the other end of the emotional spectrum. Name a song that's a great fit when you're in a pensive mood. I think I dithered even more on this one than the happy one. And so I guess that I am a very moody person because I had a lot of pensive songs in mind. But I am going to settle on the following. My official answer is Heaven by Talking Heads. And the runners-up are Shine on You Crazy Diamond by Pink Floyd and William It Was Really Nothing by the Smiths. All of those are songs that I know that I have listened to many, many times when I'm just in that kind of like mood. And I just want to reflect on that. Name a song that changed your taste in music. I think this is such a great question because this one is really kind of about the timing. And when I was growing up, there is a juncture there when I was middle school age. And in musical history, what was happening was this was sort of at the end of the disco craze. And then right as punk and new wave came in, and that corresponded with me becoming 12, 13, and boy, that was just a perfect storm for a musical change. And I have a specific memory of a couple of artists that I saw on TV right then, and it kind of sent me down a different pathway in musical taste. The first one was this was like me sitting around as a kid late at night watching random things on TV. And I saw this video that I'm going to link of David Bowie's song DJ. And he was not a new artist at this time, but for me it was new. The idea of a weird video, and then I just loved the way he looked. I loved the song. And eventually I went backwards and forwards with David Bowie. I still love him and I listen to him all the time. So DJ by David Bowie was a pivotal moment. And also staying up late and watching Saturday Night Live as a kid, and seeing this performance of Gary Newman singing Cars. And I think it was his American TV debut, and the song was weird and he looked weird and I loved it. And so I sort of stepped off the pop music top 40 disco kind of track and started looking at the more, new wave, and then the punk came in on it and everything. So that it was a fork in the road for me. Name a recent song that you've discovered and loved. I have come up goose eggs on this question because it's not that I don't like anything recent, although if you're still watching this video, you probably are also a fan of the 80s. But I do listen to more current things off and on. I'll listen to anybody, but I haven't found something that I love so much that I keep playing it over and over or going to see what else they have. The newest things that I've actually liked enough to do a lot of would be from probably 10 years ago. Nothing like super recent. Oops, I bumped into the anti-globe. So I don't know. I'm just a pass. Next question. Name 3 bands or artists that you love. Only 3? Oh my Lord. This tag is just killing me. But okay, so here it is. Talking Heads, David Bowie, and Elvis Costello, and the B-52s. I think those are ones that I play more consistently, and from their kind of whole range of, I don't know, the discography or whatever. I have a ton. I have an entire bookcase of record albums and several drawers of CDs. So there's a lot of people I like, and I pull them out and I play it. But I'd say those are the ones that I play the most, and from the widest kind of array of their careers. Almost forgot, I have visual aids from my record collection. You can't see it, it's right behind me. But we got the B-52s album, the first one that I bought back when I was a young teenager. My favorite Talking Heads album is Fear of Music, and this does have that song, Heaven, my pensive song. This is one of the albums, there's only a few albums where you just sit and play the whole thing front and back, and there's no dud songs you want to skip over. That's one of those. Here's David Bowie's album. This is Lodger. It goes that way, but the back is the rest of the picture. And I think DJ is on that album. And then here's one of my Elvis Costello albums. Name an instrument that you would like to be able to play. I wish I could play piano. And I did take piano lessons when I was a kid. And I did take lessons for about 3 years. And like many a child, I then just kind of, dropped it. And I don't know. I didn't have any talent, and I didn't want to put in the time. I love piano to listen to. I love to hear it in classical music. I love to hear piano jazz. I like piano rock, like a lot of Elton John, Ben Folds 5, just anyone who's heavily piano. I always really love that. So anyway, yeah, piano, that's my answer. Name a novel with music at the center of the narrative. I dithered on this one too, because there is a lot of them, but some of them I couldn't remember them very clearly, or I liked it or I didn't love it. And I went through a whole period there where I was like, oh yeah, it's High Fidelity by Nick Hornby. And then I finally remembered, I never read that book. I only saw the original movie, and then I watched the show that was on Hulu a couple years ago. And I really loved those, but I didn't read that book. But then I did remember one that I really did like, and it was 10,000 Saints by Eleanor Henderson. And this was from about 2010, 2011. I'll double check on that. And I know that there was a movie made of this book, but I never saw it because the reviews didn't sound very good. But it is a novel. It's about a group of teenagers in the 80s, and it is set within the atmosphere of New York City in the 80s and the straight edge punk rock scene. And there's just this group of kids. One of them is pregnant, and the person who made her pregnant passes away of an overdose before I think the very same night she gets pregnant. That's the very beginning of the story, so it's not a spoiler, but it's about this group of kids that come together and they're just trying to navigate through, a bunch of life crap, and it's this great setting of New York City and the punk scene. The last one is to tag people, and I'm going to commit my usual evasive maneuver of not tagging anyone in particular, because this tag, so many people have done it in the past few weeks, and I am not sure who has still not done it, and I'm always a little trepidatious, is that a word, about tagging someone who maybe it's not a good time and then they feel like they have to do the tag or whatever. So if you would like to do this tag, it is very fun, and it really makes you think about your coming of age and musical influences, and I enjoyed it a lot. So I hope you have a great day and that you enjoyed this. I'm going to link some of these bands and songs below in case you want to play them and have a little fun. Otherwise, have a great day, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.